Hello, so I just went down a little bit of an internet rabbit hole that I did not see myself going down today, or really ever, to be honest, because it was just something that I didn't care about until like last night whenever I saw a tweet. So if you don't know who Nuxtaku is, he is a guy who I used to watch like many years ago in like, shoot, when was this? Like late middle school, early high school? Is probably around middle school, I think, maybe. Whenever he used to make like anime YouTube videos, whenever those were the kinds of stuff that I watched back whenever I was like a literal child. And there were like a couple other creators that I also watched around him who were like very questionable whenever it came to the content that they were creating in regards to anime. But of course, I was a child going through puberty, so these were the kinds of things that I was drawn to. I hate to admit it. I've since changed substantially. A lot of the content like that I just can't watch anymore because it puts me off. It puts me off so much. I was having a conversation, sorry, I'm going on a rant now. I was having a conversation with my brother this morning where he sent a GIF from like an anime, and I referred to him watching that anime as a mistake, primarily because of the way I see these kinds of things now. Now, I'm not saying what he was watching was bad anyway. It was I mistook it for something else that I had watched around the same time I was watching that, and then dropped it because I just couldn't watch it anymore because of what the content was being shown. I forgot why I was coming here. Oh yeah, it was to show like it dictate kind of how my view of this kind of content has changed. Anyways, in regards to like my view of this kind of content changing, I've stopped watching him for a long time. I have not watched him about really anything at all. The only things that I have heard about him of late is like his controversies with like Jaden Animations of somewhat. I'm just gonna scroll through this page for a second. I kept seeing this like and Bumblebee meme where it's like, oh, Jaden Animations and Jaden Animations and Jaden Animation, or Goodbye Jaden and I had it. So there is this whole bit where he seemingly like kept including himself in stuff that Jaden Animations was creating and just like inserting himself into the situation, which was just like really weird. If I'm gonna be honest, really weird. And that was just like my only depiction of him for like the longest time until today when I was like, okay, I need to look into this. And I watched like a video detailing how he became like quote unquote one of the world's most hated VTubers. And I'm gonna be honest, the video felt like, I mean, maybe I'm crazy, and I'm honestly not going to look further into it than I have. It felt like propaganda. Either I have been propagandized to believe stuff that's not true, or the video was propaganda to make me believe stuff that's not true is true. Regardless, now I don't really know what I think about him in general. I think I'm just going to say I don't care, as I have been for the longest time, and not look into him. And as of now, probably think maybe a little bit less bad of him than I did before. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. What I'm here to talk about is I saw a tweet. Basically, it was a part of a video that he uploaded a couple days ago, which I watched through, where he essentially says that the U.S. government has, or well, not the U.S. government, someone from the government has reached out to him for a court case.
And believe it or not, someone in the government actually reached out to me and asked if I could actually provide evidence behind these bullet points. And I complied. They told me that they wanted to be prepared in regards to the hearing. So you're welcome for your service, America.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, I saw this tweet and I said, why in God's name is someone from the U.S. government coming to him in regards to a court case? I can understand if it was just like some generic court case or whatever that he was involved with. Why is the government coming to him? I looked at his channel and I was like, what is he even doing now? Because I remember a while back, there was a time whenever I clicked over to his channel just to see what was on, and I saw the exact same thumbnail on every single video. This guy just takes a screenshot and then adds his little WTF guy on the side. I saw a Twitter post a while back. Ooh, let me see if I can find it. Dang it. I couldn't find it. This is the closest I could get. Essentially, whatever, it had something to do with this situation where basically someone else did it with Nuxtaku. And it was just like, you could just see like the thing right here, and then here was whatever the blower would be. Essentially this, but with Nuxtaku in it. I don't know why I went here. I've been looking for a fat minute now. I actually genuinely forgot what I was talking about. Anyways, so I think where I was going was I went to his channel to see what he was doing, and I clicked on the first video, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how this works. I don't know how what he's doing is allowed, because I was clicking through this, and this just like is an episode of Adventure Time, and he put this little grid over it to like make it pass through the copyright detection thing. It's just, he just is watching an episode of Adventure Time, and it's just here. Like, if you wanted to watch this episode, you could just come and watch it. This was uploaded 2 hours ago. I don't know how he gets away with this, because it is just every single video on his channel, he's just like, I mean, not every single episode, or not every single video. Sometimes like this one, he's had a couple South Park videos where it's like somebody else who is playing the South Park video and then talking over it, and then he's also talking over them. So like you will get the whole episode within like a 40-minute period, but it'll be interspersed by like repeated like interruptions. But anyways, like I'm just gonna click another one at random. I'm willing to bet that this is just this is just another entire episode of Adventure Time that he's just talking over, and it's just every single one of his videos. It seems like I feel like I'm going crazy. I don't know how like you're allowed to get away with this, because it's just like an episode of Adventure Time or just someone's YouTube video. Let me try and see if I can find just someone's YouTube video. Okay, yeah, here's one. Here's just like him watching someone else's YouTube video, and it's literally just their YouTube video, and he just has his face on it. So anyways, I was like, how does this guy get contacted by the US government? What is so special about him? Why does he matter? And then lo and behold, as I was looking through these videos, like with the Jaden Animations and I stuff, I ended up seeing his second YouTube channel, which is all politics. And I am so incredibly surprised that he has a politics channel. Like if you click on one of these, it just is the anime guy talking about politics again. And it reminds me completely of the Roblox guy who talks about politics. It's just this guy named Bloxcast who it's just literally just a Roblox character who commentates over like political stuff. I feel like these accounts are so goofy. Another one is the SpongeBob Fish News, the freaking fish from SpongeBob that does the news segment on that show, coming forth and doing like actual political news on the stuff that's going on right now. I don't know. It feels so weird that these are the things that are coming forward. It makes complete sense. It makes complete sense why it happens, because I'm gonna be honest. I get a non-zero amount of my breaking news from the fish who shows up on my screen and goes, "Breaking news!" and then tells me about the news. Or I get a non-zero amount of my news from the freaking Roblox guy. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes they show up on my page before the actual news does. So it makes sense that these are the things that are actually pushing the news to people as on a platform like this and a medium that they're familiar with to actually reach them. Makes complete sense, and I commend it. I just was thrown so off by seeing the guy who has positioned himself to be somewhat irreparably tied to Jaden Animations, who for years on end made like anime only content talking about anime stuff, who now when I look at his YouTube channel is nothing but bottom barrel slop react content, being contacted by, oh wait, this is the wrong video. Yeah, I was gonna start this one, but I just thought, you know what, I honestly don't care to watch it. I don't really care about this situation at all. Who is being contacted by the US government for help in a court case against another prominent like YouTuber or prominent like social media personality or whatever. It just felt so off and so wrong, and it caught me so off guard. Anyways, that's it. I just wanted to rant about stuff. Bye.